Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, me and Miss Blair are going to be sharing with you 5 easy steps to help get your newborn sleeping through the night peacefully without crying it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, my name is Sarah. I'm actually a mommy to 6. And we just welcomed our sweet little newborn about 6 weeks ago. So I am thrown back into the days of sleepless nights and the newborn days that hits us mamas. And even though we're slowly starting to come out of it, I'm still right there. So if you are a new mama and you are watching this and you have not been sleeping, I'm right there with you. I feel you, sister. But as a veteran mom, I kind of have a few tips and tricks that I want to teach you that will help you eventually help your baby to start sleeping through the night. Now, I will say she is not sleeping through the night as of yet. She just hit 6 weeks and she was actually born a month early. So gestationally, she's younger than 6 weeks. So we probably are still about a month out from her sleeping through the night. But we are implementing these 5 tips and tricks now that will help eventually when her body is ready to go longer hours without sleep. So today I'm going to share those with you. I can remember as a new mom researching over and over and over again how to get my baby to sleep. And over the course of my 11 years of motherhood, I figured quite a few things out.
My first tip is from the early days. Start implementing the eat, wake, sleep schedule into your newborn's daily schedule. Now, this in essence just teaches a baby not to require nursing or bottle feeding to be able to fall asleep, but instead kind of flips that schedule. So what you're going to do when they first wake up, you're going to snuggle them up, and whether you're nursing or bottle feeding, you're going to go ahead and give them a complete feed. Babies are always hungry when they first wake up anyways, so this works out perfectly. Then you want to implement a little bit of wakeful playtime. In the early newborn days, that does not always happen. Sometimes newborns wake up just long enough to eat and then they fall right back to sleep, and that's totally fine. But as they hit that 4 to 6 week mark, they do have a longer wakeful period, and during this time you can do tummy time, you can talk to your baby, you can take in those sweet smiles, and you can just play with them and enjoy them. And then this is what you really need to take into account. You want to watch for that first sign of fussiness. So don't let your baby get overly fussy, because then they're overly tired and it really messes with the schedule. But as soon as you hear them cry out for the first time, just like that, just that little bitty fuss, you want to go ahead and get them ready for a nap. My second tip is to always swaddle your newborn before you lay them down for a nap. Now, I know a lot of new mamas are going to come back at me and swear that their baby does not like to be swaddled, but hear me out. All newborns like to be swaddled. They may fight you at first, but once you get them all snug and cozy, they are super content and happy. And that is for 2 reasons. One, it reminds them of being back in the womb, which is super comforting to them. But the second reason is because of a reflex that their little bodies have called the Moro reflex. Essentially, when they start to fall asleep, their little bodies will jerk, which will make their arms fly out, and it always wakes them up. So swaddling helps prevent their little arms from jerking and allows them to fall into a more peaceful sleep. Tip number 3 is to create a calm and comforting environment and routine every time you go to lay your newborn down for a nap. Simple steps like creating a dark space and turning on their favorite sound on a sound machine really just allows their little bodies to know that it is time to rest, and it allows them to fall asleep more peacefully and quickly. I personally love this Homedic sound machine. I've used it with all of my children, and I will link it in the description box below. After turning on her favorite sound, though, I always take the time to just rock her, kiss her, hold her, and love her before laying her down to fall asleep on her own. Tip number 4 is to provide a pacifier. Now, like swaddling, I know a lot of mamas are going to say that their baby does not like a pacifier. However, if you keep trying and try a few different ones, I think that you will find that your baby actually does. The reason the pacifiers are important is because the baby is comforted by that sucking motion. And since we are teaching baby to fall asleep without the need to nurse or fall asleep drinking a bottle, the sucking motion is very comforting to them. Newborns sometimes need a little help keeping the pacifier in their mouth, so I always love to kind of just hold it there and rub their little cheek until they really start sucking and get that vacuum suction going on. I then love to just rub their heads and kind of rub my hands down over their eyes. This gets the baby to kind of start to close their eyes, which helps them to drift off to sleep quicker and more peacefully. So even though baby is learning to fall asleep on their own in their bed, I am still right there. To ensure simplistic night feeds and to help baby fall back asleep quickly in the middle of the night, an overnight station is key. This is right beside my bed and it has all the essentials that I might need to care for Blair in the middle of the night. This helps me to minimally move her. I do not have to turn on lights in the middle of the night to find items that I might need, and it just really helps us feed and go straight back to sleep. It's not always pretty, but I have all the essentials that I need right there. So I just wanted to take a moment and say congrats to you mamas on your newest addition, and I hope that these 5 tips and tricks that I have learned over my course of 11 years of motherhood really help you just start implementing healthy sleep patterns in your newborn's daily life. We're all in this together, mamas. You're doing a great job. Your babies are well loved, and that's all that matters. But here's to hoping that we all get a good night's sleep soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will see you guys on the next video.
Feel it now every time I leave. It hits me hard and it cuts me deep. I'm a fire.